Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to add virtual console save files to your PKSM because some of them for some reason just don't show up normally. I'm pretty sure Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow will, but games like Fire Red, Leaf Green, Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. So those virtual console games for some reason just don't show up with the previous missing save method. It works for Red, Blue, Yellow, and the DS games, but not the other virtual console games, aka like the Game Boy Advanced ones and the Game Boy Color ones. So this video is just going to be showing you how you can get those in there because it's kind of weird and they don't really explain it. I didn't really find anything online about this. I kind of had to figure it out, but we're here, we got it. So the first thing you need to do is obviously load up your game and get a save file in. I would recommend at the very least getting your starter Pokemon. So in this example, we're going to be using Pokemon Leaf Green version. If I press start here, you can see I already have a save file, player A, 2 minutes, no badges. I literally just made it for this video, but we have a save file for Pokemon Leaf Green. So once you have your save file, you can go ahead and back out of the game. And the first step is you are going to need to get the title ID of your game. Now you can do this by having FBI, which you should have FBI if you have your system modded, which this is what this is for, obviously PKSM. So we're gonna head over to FBI, and basically what a title ID is it is quite literally a ID for the game title. And you're gonna need this to put into PKSM if you're gonna want to have it recognize your save file. So once you're in FBI, you need to scroll down to titles right there, press A, and it's going to take a minute depending on how many games you have. In my case, I have a boatload of games, so it takes a second to load them all, but if you only have a few games here and there, this should be pretty instant. But once you are in here, you just need to scroll down and find your game. Obviously, since we're going for Pokemon games, they're all going to be down here in the P. And it will also load up some ROM hacks as well, so if you need to throw ROM hacks in there into PKSM, you can do that with this method as well. This is just specifically showing the virtual console titles, but you can do this with ROM hacks as well, such as Emerald Imperium or Pokemon Discovery, etc, etc. But we need to find Pokemon Leaf Green, which should be somewhere in here. It might not have loaded yet. There's Fire Red. There it is, Pokemon Leaf Green version. So you want to take note of this number right here. It's the title ID. So in this case, I'm going to write it down, 0004 0000028 BC 500. I'm not 100% if the title IDs are consistent across all systems. This might differ, so if you're also doing this for Leaf Green, you can check and see if this title ID is exactly the same for you. I feel like there's a solid chance that the title IDs are consistent across all systems, but of course there's always the chance there's not when it comes to stuff like this. So just go ahead and double check your title ID, write it down so you don't have to come back and do this again. So now that you have your title ID, we need to back out to the home menu and close FBI, and we're finally going to head over into PKSM, where we're going to input our title ID, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get to the title ID input section. And it's going to take a second to load PKSM because it's like one of the slowest homebrew apps ever for some reason. Alright, so there's PKSM. You can see my 3DS games. If we go over to VC games though, we don't see Pokemon Leaf Green. We only see Pokemon Red and Pokemon Fire Red because I've already done this with Fire Red to help someone out in my Discord. Which, shameless plug, if you need help with anything specific, join my Discord. We have a Nintendo Questions channel. I will try to answer them as best as I can doing my own research, and if I can't, I can't, but we are able to get this figured out, no problem. So that's why this video is being made. So now that we're into here, you need to hit X to go to the settings and then go over to miscellaneous. And then down at the bottom, you'll see title IDs. Go ahead and click the 3 lines to open title IDs. And then on the top screen, it's going to pull up all of the games that have title IDs, which is every virtual console title. We're going to need to do Leaf Green. Now, if you're doing this for a ROM hack, you just need to know what that ROM hack game is based in. So if it is a ROM hack of Leaf Green, you would do it for Leaf Green. If it's a ROM hack of Emerald, say you're doing Delta Emerald, you would just go to Emerald. In this case, Leaf Green. So we select Leaf Green, and it's going to pull this up. Now you're going to want to delete this and type in the title IDs. So again, it is for Leaf Green 0004 5 zeros 1 2 3 4 5 28 capital B capital C 500. And that is the title ID for Leaf Green. Again, this might be consistent across systems, it might not be. Just go ahead and click OK. Boom. Now that you have it in there, you can back out of the settings. It'll rescan the SD card and try to find that save dial, and boom, shows up right there in the VC games. You can go back to 3DS games, go back to VC games. You can see it right there. You can press A to load the save file. It's gonna back it up just in case something happens in the process of editing the file. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, we're in here. We have it. We're gonna go to the editor, and I will just put a Blastoise as my second Pokemon, level 1 Blastoise, save. And then we'll go ahead and back out. And it's going to save that. It shouldn't take very long to save because we only added one Pokemon. And I think it backs us out to the home screen if I'm correct, but we're about to find out. I don't really remember. I should remember. Oh, it just boots us right into the game. That's good. So yeah, you can just get booted right into the game that you want to be booted into. So you see Pokemon Leaf Green, press start, still have our same save file, player A with 2 minutes of playtime. But once we get past this recap they put in the game, you can go to Pokemon, and you can see there's the level 1 Blastoise we have in the game. So that's how you can add the Virtual Console titles, and by extension, Virtual Title ROM hacks, to your PKSM, so you can edit them as you like, send those Pokemon to bank, and then of course to home from there, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Make sure to like, sub, all that stuff. I stream on Twitch now, so if you want to come see me live and hang out, go to my Twitch channel, link in bio, and join the Discord if you have any specific questions that you need answered, and hey, maybe it'll get turned into a video. And or if you just want to come hang out, we have a Discord. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.